regular season just getting started. What's it like for rookies, Greg, who are beginning these new pro careers?
But let me tell you, Kevin, the speed of the pro game is startling. And things are happening so fast, it can take years for the game to slow down.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Up front, it's Williamson at the 4 and Valanciunas at the 5. Mr. Perfect out there with McCollum, and it's Jones in at the 3 spot. And so the New Orleans Pelicans get the first points of the ballgame. Irving from long range. Pelicans with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
Boy, they looked like they were asleep on that end of the floor. No one was talking. No one was paying attention. It was rough.
Now Irving. After the missed 3 from Mr. Perfect. And finished off by Bryant.
Ooh, that's a clever pass there by Kyrie. Getting the ball to the guy for the better look.
And the pass to Mr. Perfect. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And it's 6 points for Mr. Perfect.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Bryant with a screen for Irving. Offline with his 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And the way C.J. McCollum, Greg, can get a shot up while moving, that's a big part of his game, isn't it?
Yeah, very few players can shoot as well as McCollum on the run. Applies for his pull-up jumpers or when he's falling out of bounds. McCollum, one of the best in the league at it.
Bryant's shot is off.
Okay, it's taking them a moment to find their rhythm, opening the game with some uneven 1-for-4 shooting.
And Mr. Perfect gets it to go.
Oh, great ball movement there.
San Antonio's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Irving passes to Bryant. There's a screen by Bryant. Johnson kicks to Vassell. San Antonio again missing.
Just haven't found their offensive footing yet, only managing to sink 1 of their first 5 shots. And that's when they say you can't teach tall. This is where size helps you, owning those rebounds on the defensive end.
To the inside. They can't stop the run with that one.
Just enough resistance to force the miss, barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Mr. Perfect can't hit. Spurs trail by 10. Inside. And it's Johnson with the jam.
Ooh, boy, Johnson, let's just say he's a great athlete, wouldn't you agree?
Fires the 3. And he hits it from deep. 3 points there from Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect's got 15 points.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying on just the 3.
Now, here's Johnson. He had 25 points last game. Vassell, no good.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
And it's sent back by Bryant. Johnson, the pass to Irving. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Bryant. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron. Pelicans leading by 13. On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. Down on the block, it's Williamson with Hayes. Mr. Perfect out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Murphy in at the 3. Now, here is Robinson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Bryant. It's blocked.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Williamson looking it over. Passes to Mr. Perfect. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. 21 points for Mr. Perfect.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Outside Robinson. And it's Robinson with the jam.
Did you just see what I saw, I mean, that move was out of this world.
Executed, don't you think, to perfection, Greg. I mean, he had the rim in his... Going to be stopped. Hey, Richard, for a while, teams went small. Now we're seeing some teams go big, playing 2, sometimes 3 7-footers in the lineup. It's amazing.
Yeah, there's always a pendulum swing. Once it goes too small, then all of a sudden the pendulum swings back. And now everyone is looking for size. But you have to have size that can also stretch the floor because teams need guys that can rebound. That's what they're looking for.
5 on the clock. Here's Mack. Great D that time from Mr. Perfect. New Orleans leading by 19 points. A moment now to hear from our sideline.
Oh,
nice finish.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. Here's Mack. The Pelicans make their last shot. Pass to Sohan. Dishes it to Johnson. He kicks it to Mack. Pass to Johnson. Puts up a 3. And no good that time. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. And Greg, Keldon Johnson is listed at 6'5", but he plays much bigger than that.
He has the strength to fight for rebounds with anybody. Fearless on the court and plays with an endless motor. His strength and willingness to use it makes him valuable.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control. They're great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Vassell, the pass to Johnson. There's the pick. Back to Vassell. That one's off. Still out of sync. New Orleans has gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on 3-pointers. And Mr. Perfect gets it to go.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now, here's Vassell. D right on him. Back on top. He's guarded by Murphy. From deep. San Antonio again missing. And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for New Orleans. Only giving up 2 points this quarter.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Even with all that noise, when they had the ball, it never rattled them. Their offense was in tune like it was a home game.
Primo. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. McCollum outside. Out to the wing. Here's Mr. Perfect. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 5 assists in the game. And San Antonio shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Here's Irving. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Here's Mr. Perfect. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
40 seconds left in the second quarter. San Antonio again missing.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And they pick up 2. Mr. Perfect's got 40 points.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Johnson with a screen on McCollum. On the wing, Johnson to end the run. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
And so it's New Orleans. with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Come one, come all.
And you know, for that matchup with the Cavaliers, let's be honest, they're clearly the better team. You can't afford to drop games where you're the heavy favorite.
This is a TCB game, taking care of business.
Let's turn our attention to that first half, which left a big deficit on the board. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. We're seeing a tremendous game for Mr. Perfect.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Devin Vassell out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Johnson, and there's Bryant, and it's Mack in at the small forward. And that's the group starting the second half for Wes Unseld Jr. A three-pointer is right on target.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It ended in the bubble, but how about the Spurs playoff streak? 22 consecutive seasons, Greg, coming to an end.
Kevin, making it every year from 1998 to 2019, winning 5 titles over that span, and having the same head coach certainly helped that streak. So did having, though, a couple Hall of Fame. To a three-point play right there.
For New Orleans, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. Hey, Richard, as soon as your playing career ended, you got right into this business, into broadcasting. When did you decide that this would be the next step?
Well, the first time is when I thought I was going to be out the league, and so I started doing more and more work until I retired in 2018. So it started way before I retired.
That laid the groundwork for you. Good job.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
It's stolen by Mack. Now the pass to Vassell. Spurs passing it around. On the wing, Johnson, covered by Williamson. That 3 off the mark.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
This one for 3. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Williamson's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Mr. Perfect can't hit. So Mack will bring it up for San Antonio. Bryant dishes to Mack. Back to Bryant. Second chance shot. The kick out to Irving. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by. Going here so far for the Pelicans.
And Kyrie Irving, a Picasso with the ball in his hands. And like a lot of genius-level creators, he marches to the beat of his own drum.
So the Pelican 5 right now. They've got Mr. Perfect, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the center position.
He's been the guy tonight. Really impressive performance.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And a drive like that one can be a knockout punch. Great finish at this juncture.
And on the way from Irving for 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. And you know, Greg, Kyrie sometimes is just a tough guy to figure out.
And the danger is pulling too much in your own direction. Even he confessed regrets about in Cleveland withdrawing from teammates and isolating himself. All part of growth.
Passes it to Sohan. Can't hit from in close. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. The Pelicans pull it in. Mr. Perfect's got 4 rebounds in this game. Launches a 3. The shot will not fall. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Sochan, the pass to Irving. Here's Sochan. Johnson in the corner. And it's Vassell in the corner. Misses the 3.
And another miss. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have. You're right.
Look at Johnson's effort level inside. Just absolutely ferocious.
And again, no good by New Orleans. San Antonio's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Mack, no luck. The Pelicans shooting around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far. And San Antonio shooting a pretty sorry 29% from the floor here. Greg, you read about Jimmy Butler starting his own coffee company, and he did that in the NBA bubble, and he drinks, he said, about 5 cups of coffee a day. Do a lot of NBA players drink coffee to keep them going and get that extra burst?
Absolutely. I remember drinking coffee on the bench late in my career. It's kind of a comfort food, warms you up a little bit, and all good things that can get you ready for action, I'm for.
Pass to Murphy. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Mr. Perfect. Alvarado passes to Mr. Perfect. Tries again. Count that one. Mr. Perfect's got 58.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for New Orleans.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And we watched one guy all night, and again for 3.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets. Here's Johnson. And then Johnson with the dunk.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
And that one, good.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Rebound by Sochan. Now Irving. And they go to the intentional foul. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. A resounding victory.
Thanks for coming out tonight. Our entire organization appreciates your support. We hope to see you next time. Have a great night.